Hi, I'm Mark. In this CSNP video, I'll provide an introduction to facial recognition software and its impact on society and privacy. Let's start with what facial recognition is. Face recognition software and its related face detection software are technologies that identify if an image has a face present, that's the detection part, and whether or not that face matches a known face, the recognition part. Put simply, the software works together to say, is there a face, and do I know that face? This is something that human beings do instinctively, but machines are just starting to get the hang of. Both technologies can work against live feeds or against static photos or films, and require training to work effectively, often using artificial intelligence or machine learning to improve detection and identification. The general public most frequently encounters this technology as a way to unlock smartphones or tablets. This software is used in many public places around the world. It should be noted that image comparison, a technology that says, is this image the same as another, is not the same as facial recognition or face detection. After a face has been detected in an image, facial recognition works by measuring certain facial features and creating a value from them that is unique. This value is called a face template. These values are unique for every person because facial features can have different positions, sizes, shapes, and distance between them. The face template from an image can then be compared to an existing database of face templates, and a yes-no identification given, a probability match given, or multiple possible matches provided. Face detection and recognition struggle with changeable things about faces, such as wearing glasses, smiling, or problems with picture quality, such as being too dark or bright, poor resolution, or pictures taken at an angle that misses certain features. All these issues conceal or change some of the needed data points to make a determination. Facial recognition technology has a number of advantages. Since facial templates are unique to a given person, identical twins notwithstanding, they can be used as a biometric identifier, since you have it with you all the time. This is why they're used to unlock phones. These technologies also help police and other security services to query databases of suspicious people, or arrestees, and quickly identify them and correlate any outstanding criminal information. Another example would be a store using facial recognition to detect known shoplifters. Specially trained facial recognition programs can also help doctors diagnose certain rare diseases that have symptoms on the face. Face recognition technologies can impact privacy because cameras which can use the software are commonly available and can be anywhere and everywhere. With that said, the technology is still young and can make errors. Facial recognition can be very simple or very complex in the number of data points it captures, and be trained to identify many kinds of faces or only a few. Since the technology is still imperfect, it can wrongly identify people. This could lead to a phone unlocking for someone who is not its owner, or a person being arrested for a crime they did not commit. In many cases, the results of a facial analysis are not confirmed by person and are taken, quite literally, at face value. This software also is worse at correct identification of minorities and women. If that is not enough, police have used this software to monitor groups engaged in protected speech, such as protesters, and to make arrests. US ICE has also used it at the US borders. Because this information is unique and identifying, it falls under regulations that require enhanced protection. For instance, you can't change your face, so you should be able to protect these templates. However, there have already been cases, such as for a company called Clearview AI, where entire databases of faces have been hacked into and stolen. What can people do about these technologies? Right now, the primary efforts to limit face recognition are in the courts and legislatures of the US. Some states and cities have proposed bans or limits to use. There are also discussions about limiting federal agencies from accessing state databases of faces to use with their own facial recognition, particularly since state DMVs have some of the largest databases. In terms of personal protections, masks can hide important features, and unique paint, makeup, haircuts, or other drastic changes can defeat specific facial detection and recognition algorithms. As the technology evolves, these will likely become less effective. You can see examples of specific types of face paint and makeup at cvdazzle.com. If you are interested in finding out more about where facial recognition is used in the US and what efforts are underway to limit or ban the software's use, banfacialrecognition.com tracks this information on a handy map. I will briefly demonstrate how a facial recognition tool works. The site I'm using is from a facial recognition company called Sky Biometry at the URL above. The example is to identify Ava in a number of different images. Software exists that can generate realistic faces, so Ava may not be real. Let's see if we can find her. First, I will try the second picture from the right. Let's see if it's her. Well, this isn't Ava. You can see how the face was detected, even though it's at an angle. Now I'll click to show how many features were compared. It's quite a lot. If I scroll down a little more, I can show you percentage values for certain things in the photo that were compared to try to determine if it's Ava or not. I don't know how this makes these distinctions, but it's interesting to see that things that are plain to me, like the beard being false, the software isn't sure of. It said 75%. Let's go back and try again with another picture. So Ava's there, but I don't think she's the person on the left. That means she must be the person on the right. Let me show you some of the features that were compared. It's quite a few. And it's interesting to see that it's identified both as being real faces, and Ava's is 100%. You may notice that it found Ava even though her hair is different, and it compared a lot of different features to identify if it was the same face. Thanks for watching. If you are interested, there are many additional resources available. I compiled a list here. See you next time.